DiDi's Crafts. This is FlossTube number 6. Yes, we are already on FlossTube number 6. It's been a bit longer than usual. Mostly I do bi-weekly videos. This week was crazy. Yeah, it's been a couple of crazy weeks. We all know Corona is on the uprise in Europe, in the USA, almost all around the world. And I work in a hospital. For those of you who do not know, I work in emergency medicine, so we see all people coming in, and thank God we have a good primary healthcare system, so most people don't even visit the hospital, they don't visit the emergency department, but it has been busy. It has been busy. I had my 3rd night shift in 6 weeks time. I'm not joking. Yeah. My last video, I just came out of my night shift. I came out of my night shift last Monday. Yeah. And I had to start working on Wednesday again. On Tuesday I had my interview for the general practitioner training to become a specialist in general medicine, which is pretty big here. Our primary healthcare system is amazingly organized, and it is a huge part of our healthcare system. Our healthcare system is kind of unique in that way. We go to our GP. You have to go to your GP before you go to hospital. That's actually how it works. And our GP filters out most things. And for foreigners it is strange, because our GP would simply tell people who just have a simple cold, go to bed, take some paracetamol, and just drink a lot of fluids, and if you're getting more seriously ill, revisit them. We hardly ever give out antibiotics. That's why we have low resistance numbers. So yes, our primary healthcare system is huge. It is different from all around the world, and that's why I wanted to join. And it is actually something I'm hoping that I didn't mess up my interview too much. It was different than all the interviews I'd done before. So yeah. And why I still look tired? Well, yeah, we have a rise in COVID. We have a serious rise in COVID. As in, we have almost 7,000 new cases a day in a population of 17 million. It's too many. It's too much. More people are getting seriously ill. Normal healthcare is still progressing here, so we're not cutting on surgeries yet. I don't know how long we're gonna keep that up, but that's what's going to happen. So yeah, I worked 2 shifts this week after my night shift, Wednesday and Thursdays, and I actually work late both days. We work in shifts, so normally we don't work late. Half an hour max. I worked an hour and a half late both days, which meant that I actually only had 8 hours of possible sleep between shifts, and that's giving this effect. So yeah, I'm tired. I was so tired that I didn't stitch the entire week until yesterday. I was done. I just said, well, it's late, but I'm gonna stitch something. So we're gonna go to stitching, but that's why we have this phase. We do have a lot of nice things this week. I do love stitching. It's really keeping me sane at the moment. It's keeping my mind clear, and I've got some things to show you. So first off, last week I did the interview for... So last week, or last FlossTube, I mentioned that I was going to get a large box of bobbins in. I did. It was good. I finally got some of the colors I needed. And I showed you the new cross stitcher edition. and that I might do something of that cross stitch here, the October issue, so I'm always 1 week, 1 month behind, because my November issue drops very close to November, so the moment I get my magazine, it's almost the point where normally the new issue would drop. But oh well, that's living in the Netherlands. It is great. It is an amazing country. I'm very happy to live here, but sometimes some issues really, if you are a crafter. But yeah, I showed you the issue, and I showed you the Scandi Christmas ornaments they had. I stitched one. I stitched one for the hashtag seasonal smalls. I entered, so I'm very interested to see whether or not I won. Keep your fingers crossed. But I'm very happy because I stitched this little ornament. Let it snow with a church, and it is the first time stitching on something else than Ada. It's one of the scrap pieces I bought. I told you I was going to use them. So yeah, I used it. I hardly have any margin, but that's okay. So I'm just going to cut it very close, because I have this frame where I can place it between 2 sheets of glass, so I can put it up. And I did it in the called for DMC, but I did change something, because you can see there are some snowflakes up here. And these snowflakes actually are normal crosses in the original pattern. I changed it to French nuts. I like doing French nuts. And this piece actually comes close to heart. Let it snow. This is gonna sound insane, I know. But I love snow. We hardly get any snow, period. But as a child, I used to love snow. My dad used to love snow. It was so bad that, well, bad. We were both so crazy that he would actually wake me up on a school night when it started snowing and there was good snow to go sleigh riding. So yeah, he would wake me up, me and my sister, 10 p.m., 11 p.m., doesn't matter. He would wake us up, he would get us into our winter clothing, so we actually had snow boots and a thick pair of pants, thick socks. We had our snow jackets. Our mom made snow jackets for us. Mine had to resemble the jacket that Shania Twain used in the video for That Don't Impress Me Much. You know, the very long coat with the leopard print. Well, I had a snow leopard print, so it was grey, but I had a very large hood, and it was baggy, and it was so good. It was flannel, and yeah, great choice. But they would wake me up, and he would take us to the closest church, which I could see from my bedroom window. I could see the church, and they would take us there, and it's a bit on a hill, so it has a ramp. It has a ramp that comes out onto a street where hardly any cars drive, especially at night. We went sleighing down that hill, down that slope, for an hour or so, just so we could enjoy the snow, because Dutch snow, mostly there in the evening. By the time you wake up, it's one big pile of wolf. So yeah, we would go sleigh riding. So for me, let it snow. At church, I would look at the church when they predicted snow and would literally sing, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, just to make it show snow. That's how much I loved snow. And knowing that I would go sleigh riding with my dad. So yeah, very special. It has a nice story to it, and I really enjoy working on it. I stitched it 2/2, and it is, I think it's a 14 count. I have no idea. I think it's 14 count. But look at it, it's so pretty. So yeah, it was a finish and a new start all at the same time. Very happy with that. And then if you follow me on Instagram, I showed you last week the picture of my squirrel, and I asked you whether or not I would get it finished by in that one session, because somehow my spinny thing doesn't spin the squirrel. It keeps spinning the same things. I don't know why, but it does. So I asked you whether or not I would be able to finish the squirrel. I did. And if you do not know my squirrel, it was a kit. It was from Ali. I know it is bad. I'm a bad person. I'm learning. I'm learning. But this was the squirrel, and all I had to do was this tail. I had a day off. Stress was getting to me because COVID is just stressful working in healthcare. So yeah, stress was getting to me, misinformation was getting to me, so I was needing some me time, needing some stitching time. We haven't finished. Look at how cute and cartoony this one is. It is so cute. I love the back stitching in the face. It really gives that cartoony feel. I think that the back stitching in the tail, it is a bit too bold for me. I would have liked it more in a darker brown, but it's cute. It is so cute. I'm very happy with it. It was the first one I did my French knots on, so I learned that, and it's a finish. So I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do with it, but yeah, very cute. Very happy with that one. This kit actually, it came with all the flosses. I kid. I kind of ran out of some colors. Almost. It is. I feel like it is because I have very small oars. I really go all the way through the end, and I hardly can make the last stitch. And then I just cut it, but it's very difficult. But yeah, it's finished, it's done. I'm gonna find something cute to do with it. I'm not sure what. I might convert my toilet. I have a separate toilet into a wall of cross stitch projects. Tip which came by my colleague who saw it once in a restaurant, and she said, I sat in the toilet there for like 15 minutes just in awe with all the little artworks that were on the wall around me. She said, I was just looking. I sat there for 15 minutes, and she came back to the table, and her friends were really wondering what she had been doing in the toilet, but she just was in awe. So yeah, I finished. Not FFO yet, but we're gonna do something with it. Then I spun a new project. If you were wondering why I was hesitating, well, it was wondering whether or not I could show you if I didn't forget the magazine. But it is this booklet page. I called it the Wild Roses. It's originally called the Wild Rose Journal, and it is by Kazuko Aoki. He's a designer, and it's part of the book. I found it in a magazine, but you can find it in the book The Cross Stitch Garden by Kazuko Aoki, and it called for a linen or even weave in 11 counts, so 22 counts actually stitched over 2. I didn't want to start counting everything, but I did find some in my stash, so I'm going to show you. It is this vintagey looking linen. It is actually a 22 count. Go figure. But this is how far I gotten in 3 days of stitching. It's using the code for DMCs, so the top is just up there, but I needed to get the stem done. So now I'm all the way to the bottom, and I just need to fill in this part, and then the writing goes all the way there. But it's really cute. It's really, I'm needing to learn to stitch over 2 on anything else than Ada. I just primarily stitch on Ada, but this is really starting to look pretty. And I actually spun it for today, and I'm gonna work on it some more. So I really want to get this flower finished. I want to have this branch with the leaves done, because then I only need to work up. There are some flowers up here as well. So I'm just want to get the first half of the page done. Let's see how far we get. This is the plan for today. The linen called for was supposed to be 38.65, so a bit of off-white, but I really love this antique feel, and the floss toss. Those colors are gonna really look good, because the center of these flowers actually is supposed to be done in écru, but with the pink offset on around, it's gonna work. And I really love the subtle changes in all the greens. There's some changes in the pink as well. It's not really showing up yet, but maybe after a while, I don't know. I really love working on it, and I think it's a really cute project. So yeah, new start, new project, went on the wheel, and somehow I kept spinning it. So I worked on it for 3 days so far. Then of course, the next part of my Turkey style cell dropped. It is a cell hosted by Peppermint Purple. Most of you know them because of the year-long Blackwork cell, the 2020. They're gonna do a 2021 cell. I already ordered the fabric. I printed out the floss list. I might actually just do it in black. I'm not big on the colors. I really love the subtle things. Yeah, not big on the colors. You're gonna see my some of my other projects next. But maybe I'm just gonna do it in black. I have tons of black, so maybe I'm just gonna do it in black, and we'll see. Let's show you, because I've got both tiles done. So last time you saw me, I believe I was still working on the 4th tile. Doesn't it look pretty? And now I've done the 5th and 6th tile, and especially the 6th tile is so pretty. It is so pretty. I had night shifts. I love working on these on the night shift, because the moment you get 1/4 done, you actually just need to go do the same thing there, same thing there, same thing there. And look at this little border here in the middle. Look at that. This, when I saw the pattern, I was like, how am I gonna do that? It really worked out well. It took some getting used to in my mind, but the moment I really had it, I flew through, because I decided that I wasn't gonna stitch the full width of this border. I was just gonna do the outline and then go the other way around on the inside. So I didn't have to think how to get everywhere. I just could do the edges and leave some of the stars that are in here, because there are pretty little stars in here, there and there. I just could leave them halfway done and continue forward. So very happy with this one. My colleague saw it and she's like, love it, love it. I'm gonna call my mother-in-law and ask her to do it. I said, well, I'm doing it anyway, you can have mine. But she still was gonna call her mother-in-law and see if she would do it. Otherwise, she's just gonna get this one. I'm gonna frame it for her, and then we'll be done. I love it, and I might do it again, because it's just so relaxing. It is relaxing. No need to count. Good thing. Yeah, coffee, sorry. Coffee, as always. The other cell I'm working on, it's really not going that well. It's just not calling to me, and somehow my app is feeling it. I only spun it once this week. Literally once. But I did manage to get one little house done. I finished up this castle, so it It's called the Gingerbread Castle. I finished this one. I am now 6 weeks behind, so I'm really hoping that I start spinning it. Otherwise it will just be a late finish this year. I'm okay with that. It is done on 16 count Ada in the color Renaissance, so you really can see how pretty the modeling is. Light pinks, light blues, a little bit of purple. Love the fabric, it's so subtle, so soft, very good. And it is done by Hard Stitch Designs, based in Italy. You can find them on Etsy, and I'll link them down below. Yes, I'll link them down below. So yes, happy with the fabric. Pattern not calling to me. I must say they are very cute and they really stitch up fast, but somehow it's not calling to me, and yeah, I just do not spin it. So I'm really hoping I get some work done on this. What I did keep spinning was this design. It is a Marianne Bastet design. It is a kit I purchased from Ali. I did actually purchase something from her store just to give her some well, I donated. Actually, I donated some money to her store because, yeah, it's stolen artwork. I learned my lesson. No more buying kits from Ali. But I did get a lot of work done. So, let's show you. Yes, it's creased and I've got a lot of hook marks. I didn't want to do anything about it. So, last time I had part of this flower done, I had part of the butterfly done. I finished the butterfly, I finished the center of this flower, the last leaves, and I did all of this blue up here. And a part of the green down below. You know, and this little tiny bit of green. And it's really starting to look good because the top is, I'm almost at the top. I need to do all the backstitching in this still. But it's pretty. I'm really loving it, but it takes a lot of counting, and I was really surprised I got lots done. Especially this part I did in one day actually, so it's almost 500 stitches in a day. Yes, awesome. I was on a roll. I must say I stayed up late that day because I wanted to see the vice presidential debate. I actually watched it. I do follow US politics a lot, so I watched it, and it was a good way to keep me awake as preparation for my night shift today afterwards. So got some really nice progress in on this piece, and I'm really hoping I'll get it finished by the end of the year or next week, because I have vacation time. Vacation time. I've got 10 days off. I have nothing planned besides trying to clean up the mess you can't see, because I've been doing so many night shifts. Housekeeping has just kind of ceased. I need to do some housekeeping, so I'm gonna do some housekeeping. That's fine, I'm gonna do it. But besides that, I'm gonna be stitching a lot. I'm gonna call it my vakantie. It's the way in my family we say vakantie. It's holiday, vacation in Dutch. Vakantie. With the accent in the region that I was born in. So it's definitely not Dutch, but it's the way we in my family say just doing nothing. It's gonna be awesome. I do need to buy a birthday present for my little sister. She's gonna turn 30. Yay! Baby sis. But yeah. So I need to do some shopping. And I need to go shopping because the next cross stitcher will drop next week. Yes. Very excited about that. And the last whip is one of my other Christmas pieces. This is this Merry Christmas heart, also a kit from Ali. Last time you saw it, I had done the M for Mary. I did very tiny, you can hardly see, but there's a tiny candy and there's a gingerbread man. That's what I did. I didn't even completely finish. The only thing that I finished was the M. We're a bit farther on. I worked on it my first night shift, and I worked on it 2 other days, and I actually got a lot done. A lot. So I did the M, I did part of the candy, and I did part of the gingerbread man. So I finished this hat, I finished the bell, I finished the reindeer, I did this little angel, and on this Christmas present I only do half of the bow. I finished some of these little snowflakes that are in between. I did have to frog. I don't think I frogged that this much in a week or 3 weeks since I started filming. It was really a froggy week. But yeah, so I'm really liking it. This is the top part. So here, this actually is the center. So this is the first top corner of the heart, and the other one's gonna start there. And as you may see, I used to only stitch on hoops. I ordered some Q-snap like frames. They're not Q-snaps, I bought them on Ali. Mainly because Q-snaps, to get them here, it's not funny. It's not funny. The Q-snaps on their own aren't cheap. Trying to buy them and then have to pay 25 euros shipping to get them, I wasn't going to do that, so I ordered these. These work just fine on Ali. It saved me a lot of money. It's the same idea. They work, it's cute. So I actually bought 2, a small one and a larger one. Yeah, it's taking some getting used to because they do slip a bit, but they're easy to tighten up again, so yeah, it's pretty pumped. Loving this project, and it's so easy because it only has 2 colors. It's good for night shifts. Night shift mean not too many color shifts. So only having 2 or 3 colors, that's good. This one requires a lot of counting as well, because yeah, it's not completely full. It's no full coverage. It has some very long stretches in here. So I did the bell and this, the bell and the hat in one set is 1 day. That was 400 stitches roughly, and then I did the rest, which is also around 400 stitches. So I really made some good progress on this, but this is just one large piece of black, and this is on my 18 count Ada, which came with the kit, and it's actually softening up. So yeah, my Ada, I buy them from Ali. This is what came in the kit. It's still very stiff. I've been working on this very long. It's stiff. This one is really getting subtle. I'm gonna replace that. And this piece that I use for the my Turkish tiles one. This is really, look at this. This is so subtle. It was stiff, horribly stiff when I started on it. And now it's really feeling good. And I bought it on Ali for a good price. So I bought some more because I wanted to do the next year-long blackwork sale on 16 count. So I ordered a big piece of that, and I ordered, I think, a meter by a meter. Yeah, I ordered some large pieces, and Ali was having a sale, so I got some discounts there. But yeah, those are my progress and my whips. And I keep using Ali to buy stuff like needles. I keep buying Ada from them because, well, it's cheaper. If I want to buy Ada here, it's gonna cost me a lot. So yeah, and I think Ada I really enjoy stitching on Ada as long as it starts getting subtle. And I do want to start stitching more on linens and even weaves, but just slowly going in there. Most of the things I have called for Ada, and some things are just small projects, so I'll just stitch them up and it looks fine on Ada. Maybe when I start stitching more on linen, because I really love how the Wild Rose one looks, I'll do more linens. But at the moment, well, it's okay to have a lot of Ada. So yeah, Ada is coming my way. I got some Ada, I got some stash, so I'm gonna show you. First, some stitchy stash. I mentioned last FlossTube that I went shopping night shift brained and forgot some colors that I needed for a project. Yeah, I actually got them that same afternoon, just after I ordered some stuff online. I did have to place an order online anyway because I needed DMC diamond thread. I got it, I got the color that I needed for the boobies, so I actually can start working on the boobies, but I haven't spun new in a while. And then I saw this pattern. It combines black work with cross stitching. It is by Rosewood Manor, and it is the blue watercolor butterfly. It's one of 3 in this series, and I love it. I'm really falling in love with the Rosewood Manor designs, so I might actually ask my family to buy me the other 2 for Sinterklaas. It's our Dutch way of celebrating the holidays. We do Sinterklaas, it's not Santa Claus, different saints, different time of the year, well, both in December, but there are 2 weeks in between. So yeah, I'm really loving this. Don't know when I'm gonna start working on it, but it is so pretty, so I had to buy it. Yeah, sorry, not sorry. I was good. Normally I buy a lot of stuff during my night shifts. I only bought, well, I ordered one pattern from the historische Stickmünster, a German designer, and Annemiek from the Handwerk Boutique. She's also a FlossTuber. She's actually the owner from the store that I really want to go to, but it's too far away. Well, it's 3 hours drive up there, so it's not something I'm just gonna do for one day. But she had kits with one of the design and all the called for silks. I've never stitched with silks. I wanted to stitch with silks for a long while. It looks so pretty, and she had a sale going on, so I ordered the design, and I'm gonna get the flosses for it, and then she's gonna let me know how to, what the total is gonna go to, because she ran out of the color that I wanted. Oh well, that's it. That's what I bought. I was very good not buying more fabric for project bags. I can't stitch if my life, I can't cross stitch, I can't sew. Not if my life depended on it, but my friend can. Unfortunately, she just heard that her grandfather, who was already seriously ill, attracted COVID because of his in-house medical aid. One of them was infected, he got infected, he then infected her parents, maybe also her sister. She luckily isn't ill, but her grandfather is taking a turn for the worse, so it's really wait and see at the moment, but it's not looking good. So stitching this, sewing this, it's gonna take a while, but this is the fabric. Look at it. It is the backing of mushrooms, and it's so pretty. I love the colors. It kind of makes me think of those umbrellas, those Asian umbrellas with the strands, but it's mushrooms, so I'm really loving the way the colors are done. So that one's awesome, love it. And then I bought a piece with a larger design, not really sure if it's gonna work, but it has the blossom It has the birds. It's very pretty, but not really sure if it's gonna look good in a bag because of the design being so big. I'll have to see. She has some great ideas about it, but family comes first for both of us. Safety comes first for both of us. So I'm really keeping my fingers crossed, asking you to keep them in their prayers. And even though you don't know her, she's an awesome person. She's an awesome crafter as well. Yeah, keep them in the prayers. My thoughts are completely with her, and I'll try to provide all the medical needs or protection she might need, because she really has a close bond with her grandfather and she really wants to visit them. But yeah, then it's also the issue of contracting the virus herself, but he's being tested today to see if he's still contagious. So if he isn't, she's gonna go visit him. I'm really hoping that he isn't contagious anymore, because it's horrible for that amazing man. I've met him a couple of times during Carnival. I always celebrate Carnival with her family, and I visit each year. Her grandfather comes out. He's almost in his 90s. He comes out and he just watches the parade. He chats with us. He's always kind. He's a very nice person, and yeah, I'm really sorry that this is happening to him and his family. I'm really hoping that he pulls through, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see, and just, yeah, it's such a shame for this very kind man to go alone, because he has such a warm and open heart. Yeah, it's horrible. It really. I've seen the virus, multiple cases, in people. Luckily, I didn't know. Now one of my colleagues got it. He's young, but he does have preemptive medical condition. He's pulling through. He's getting better now, but yeah, it was a shock. And now he's, yeah, the grandpa. We always call it grandpa. I only have a grandma left. The rest of my grandparents died. So I only have a grandma left. So if we talk, it's grandpa and grandma. And we both know who we're talking about. We both met our relative grandparents. So yeah, it's grandpa was so kind. It's really coming close to my heart now. It's making it even worse. And then knowing that I'm just at higher risk of spreading it, and that's why I've been really careful about who I'm meeting. I only meet my family, my close family. So I meet my parents because I do need to see some people. I meet my parents, my sister, and my brother-in-law. I meet my friend, and I meet my trainer. That are the people that I see. That's it. I live alone, so it's been difficult with a lower social life. I'm very happy that my work hasn't stopped, and I have my colleagues and my social contacts there. But yeah, being alone and being at home, not easy. Not always. I'm an introvert, so I'm usually fine, but doing this year round, it's difficult. The hauling didn't stop. Well, I ordered it a long time ago. It just came in. So I got some more Ada. I got it in this very light green. I got it in this very light yellow. Just 2 small pieces. These are 25 by 25 pieces. But for one small project, this is going to be fine. And then I saw some very awesome projects that need to be stitched on very dark blue. And I need to refold it, unfold it. So I got this very cool navy blue Ada 14 count in very dark navy. And then I got this very dark. Is there a... I'll get that one out. It's just some dirt from traveling. But this is this is this very dark blue, and then this very deep, bright royal blue, royal navy. This is more of the 939, and I believe this is more of a 820. I believe looks closest to two relatively large pieces. So yeah, that's what I got. So that's all, I believe, this week. Well, I did get something else. My friend, she wanted to stitch. She makes bags. That's why she's good at sewing. But she wanted to stitch designs on her bags. So I ordered these small pieces of soluble grit you can stitch on to normal fabric with having a grit. So this 14 count, and it's actually folded up twice, and it's supposed to be water soluble. We'll see. I got 2 pieces for her, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. So plans going forward: trying to stay healthy, trying to get some good stitching in during my vacation. Really need some me time, downtime. Just hoping I'm not getting called in, because that's a real possibility at the moment. But yeah, just trying to get through this kind of sane, because it's all taking its toll. I'm really starting to notice that this year's taking its toll. I'm used to stress. It's okay, but usually you have a period of stress and then it dies down. It's been full on stress ever since February due to this coronavirus. So yeah, my workload is getting worse. I need this week. I need a week of me time, and maybe I'll just film next week again, because I most likely have lots of progress to show. Hardly any haul, but lots of progress, so I'll just film it. This video most likely will go up tomorrow, which will make it Saturday, but that's fine. We'll see you on Saturday. I wish you all a very happy week. Stay healthy, stay safe, listen to the scientists, use the right information to make your choices, and love, live and craft. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.